Hi folks, welcome back to Crown Liquor's webcast. Today we're shooting live out from Triton Brewing Company, and I've got two of my long-term friends here, Mr. Michael DeWeese, Mr. John Lang. So we're going to talk a little bit about a wonderful upcoming event to celebrate their one-year anniversary on October 20th. So we're going to review a couple of beers that are going to come out later this month. We're going to have the Deadeye Stout. We're also going to have the Sin Bin Ale, and then the final installment is the 4-Barrel Brown, correct?
Yep.
Cool. So we're going to get this thing rolling. We're going to taste a couple beers, ask a couple questions. Thanks for your time, gentlemen.
Cheers.
So now we're going to get into a little bit of an interview portion with Mr. John Lang, who's the head brewer out here at Triton, and then we're going to review a handful of beers. So John, let me ask you a quick question. How long have you been in the brewing industry to date now?
I think I started in 2001.
Oh, fantastic. So just over a decade, 11 years at this point. So
yep.
Everything's moving smoothly. How's the brewery functioning behind us?
Yeah, it's going great. Better than expectations. Got another brewer on board now, which is helping my my day-to-day stuff.
Talk to me a little bit about the beer we've got right in front of us right here, the Sin Bin Ale.
This is the Sin Bin Ale. It's a Belgian pale ale. It's going to be light on the hops, a little sweet, very approachable, but still has some good complexities to it.
Cool. Let's taste it real quick and see what we got going on. It's got some sweet malt on the nose there.
Mm-hmm. Should come up a little peppery from the size hops that are in there.
It's got really nice. It's almost got like a caramel note right in the mid palate to the finish.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't finish sweet necessarily. It's actually pretty clean on the palate. So we should talk a little bit about the Indiana Ice, right? So you guys
Yep.
are pouring this for them?
This is the official beer of the Indiana Ice. We developed this beer for them, and it's become so popular we decided to start bottling it.
Sounds great. Well, interestingly enough, and part of the reason why we're doing this interview, not only to celebrate their anniversary party, but Crown's going to be carrying all three of the beers that we're going to review today, in addition to the previous three that have already been released, the Rail Splitter IPA, the Fieldhouse Wheat, and then we also have the Magnificent Amber as well. So just keep that in mind, that you'll be able to find all these beers at many of the Crown locations throughout the city on any side of town. So we're going to go ahead and review the next beer here. So we've got the 4-Barrel Brown. So John, talk to me a little bit about maybe the food pairing of the Sin Bin before we move into the 4-Barrel.
The Sin Bin is going to be a good one for a nice cheese, a soft, semi-soft cheese, or a cheese soup.
Okay, sounds great.
You know, I don't want to go too sharp on the cheese, but
okay, sounds great. So now we're going to do the 4-Barrel Brown here. So tell me a little bit about this beer.
This is a traditional American brown ale, which is going to be a little more hoppier than your English styles. You're going to get a lot of caramel in this one. Probably should have a little chocolate on the back.
Well, let's taste it and see what you think. I'm going to get a little bit of sweet malt on the nose, not a whole lot. Hops don't necessarily jump out of the glass, but it's not traditionally a super bitter beer.
Right. You want to have a little bit of hop out of the nose, and hopefully at the back you'll get a little hop on the finish too.
I can see that chocolate that you're talking about, mid-palate to finish. And once again, it finishes pretty clean. This is a really nice beer. Talk to me a little bit about a food pairing option.
This one's a good, again, another cheese is going to be a good sharp cheddar, I think, with this one, or just a plain old hamburger, American hamburger with American brown ale.
I'm good with that. That doesn't get much more American than that, does it?
Yep.
Excellent. Cool. Let's move on to the next beer. All right, John. So now we've got the third beer we're going to review here today. So this is the Deadeye Stout. So talk to me a little bit about this beer.
This is an oatmeal stout. You're going to get some roastiness off of it, coffee, a sweet toffee almost to it.
Okay.
Should have a decent amount of body to it.
Okay, sounds great. Let's go ahead and taste it.
All right.
I can taste the toffee immediately. I think it certainly has that roasted character that you would expect. The oatmeal seems to be lending itself to kind of a really nice, silky, smooth mouthfeel.
Yep.
I mean, do you get that as well?
Yep.
This is kind of what
exactly
you were shooting for?
Yep.
Excellent. And it finishes pretty dry. So, I mean, if you're looking for something that isn't too terribly cloyingly sweet, it certainly isn't necessarily as full-bodied as an Imperial Stout. Really, really nice, well-balanced beer. I like this beer a lot. I would suggest, for me personally, maybe some pulled pork, maybe some smoked barbecue ribs. Sound like a fair pairing as well?
Yeah, that and dessert.
Dessert,
I mean,
absolutely.
You know,
so we could
chocolate.
do like a flourless, chocolate torte or something
Yep.
like that, or a chocolate cake.
Yep.
Cool. Well, John, thank you so much for your time today. I certainly
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Cheers.
Good to see you. Cheers. All right, folks. So now we've got Mr. Michael DeWeese with us. He is the marketing and sales director for Triton Brewing Company. So, Michael, thank you for your time today. Appreciate it.
Cheers.
So go ahead and give me a little bit of a timeline, if you will, from the opening of the brewery to where you're at right now.
Well, we opened the doors September 2nd of 2011 with guest taps on only, as we were just starting to brew at the time. Sure. Tapped our first beer on tap here at the tasting room, Fieldhouse Wheat, on September 16th. And then we added the other 5 year-round beers at the time as we continued on, and by mid-October we had all 5 of the year-round beers on tap, and we were off to the races. Started distributing through World Class Beverage, who's our distributor, November 1st. Started doing business with Crown Liquors in April when we started bottling, and here we are today.
Sounds great. So talk a little bit about what's coming up on October the 20th.
October the 20th is our first anniversary party. It's going to be a lot of fun. We have Benito Di Bartoli and Black Voodoo is going to be our featured act. They were at our opening party, and they were a great time for all, and we're going to do those guys again. It's going to be a fantastic night of blues and classic rock covers. We're also going to be doing special giveaways that day. It's an all-day party. We open at 11 on Saturdays, so from 11 until 10 it'll be going. The live music will be from 5:30 until 8.
Is there an entry fee for the evening, or is it totally free?
It's free to the public. You just have to show up and have fun.
Can't argue with that, right?
No purchase required, but I'm sure you'll be buying some Triton beers, and there will be food by Big Office Catering.
So talk to me a little bit about how the community has accepted you as a local craft brewery currently.
Well, acceptance has been phenomenal. Indiana in general, Indianapolis in particular, have been wanting craft beers that are local for quite a while, and obviously there's been a few people that have started doing that here, and more are coming, we hope, because we get the monkey off our back a little bit. We love making beer as fast as we can, but it's always nice to have some other friends to the party.
Absolutely.
But the acceptance has been outstanding, and once we started bottling our Magnificent Amber, Rail Splitter IPA, and Fieldhouse Wheat in April, the bottles have done very, very well, and our partnership with Crown has been phenomenal. We're excited that Crown is going to be one of our featured retailers when we start with the Deadeye Stout, Absolutely. The Sin Bin Ale, and also the 4-Barrel Brown, and those beers will be available right after our anniversary party.
Absolutely. So yeah, so keep your eyes peeled for that. We run 4 items at the same price at $9.99. We carry the Fieldhouse Wheat, the Magnificent Amber, the 4-Barrel Brown, and then the Deadeye will all be $9.99. And of course, you'll get 15% off with viewing the video blog. And then of course, the Rail Splitter and the Sin Bin are slightly more expensive. So those are $10.99 every day. But of course, you're going to get the 15% as long as you view the blog and share that with your friends and family. So Michael, I'd just like to say thank you so much for your time. We're looking forward to the 20th. We certainly want to invite all of our clients out, and hopefully everybody that follows Triton online, we'd love to see you follow us on Twitter and Facebook. Once again, this is Brendan Corder, the Beer Ninja, sitting here locally with Mr. Michael DeWeese out at Triton Brewing Company, and we're looking forward to seeing you on the 20th. So cheers, Michael. Thank you for your time.